The thing's fired, so I'm waiting on my computer, it's a couple of minutes long.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, guys.
Oh, it's not coming out of the thing. I think it's on. Oh, not the mics. Can you hear us okay, Jim? Yeah, okay. Let me hear. I thought I had it. Somebody.
Was they filmed every night? Almost, wow. And they come in and set a trap by the triangle. And so I went and checked it yesterday morning. There's a house cat. Oh, geez.
What are you doing? Are you trying to trap?
Oh, I got a big bear.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
He's been at my place pretty. Yesterday morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, he decided to walk up on my deck.
Oh, really?
And I put him 350, 400 pounds. And
Was it one of the brown bears?
yeah, this guy's got a lot of cinnamon television.
Okay, yeah, I've seen sure those like, it's not like one of the white bears, sounds like pretty good about. Yeah. Big, I put them in the same category, like 400 pounds. Big bear.
And so, he has a big tag, which is good.
Yeah.
But we need to. He's still somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah. This is that time of year, you know,
Let's try to stare at my eyes.
yeah,
Yeah, he's over there.
no food out there, so.
I think we probably got, so it says. 3 of them.
In that,
Yeah, because we got pictures of one last night of them, but he was pretty light colored. And it's better to be Ray. I talked to DOW, what was it, last Friday? They had 15 active ones every night. So. I knew there was one by the gas station there.
yeah. Hold on, my phone always going.
Alright.
I was looking at Logitech. Let's see what it's coming in as. And this is why we're getting many mics in.
Well, there's.
Doesn't seem. Try the. Can you try the Can you hear us at all, Jim? Can't hear us. A little bit.
A little bit.
It's only coming out of the owl.
Can you hear this? Is this better?
I can hear that.
Okay, why don't we just move the owl over here? Do that, because I don't know why they're not, everything's lit up. So, why this is not. We have new mics too, so. So. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll click around a little more and get it.
Nice pictures, Jim.
That's what I'm talking about. That was a big brown bear.
I'll send you pictures of what was on my deck, yesterday morning.
I want to see him.
And I apologize, I'm running a few minutes late because we were just setting a trap in the side yard for him.
What do you mean, but you're joking about a trap?
No,
What do
No,
you?
it's a big trap.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, I was like.
I'll have pictures for you tomorrow.
Because you said you got a cat,
You got a cat yesterday.
and so there's like a little cat and this like big old trap.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like when you're like, I got a cat, I was like, oh, a little cat?
I'll show you pictures after
Yeah.
this.
Crazy.
Okay, are we ready?
Mhm.
So I figured it hasn't been that long since we met, but there's a bunch of moving parts, and so I wanted to get together on a couple of them. I've got a lot going this week and next week. The first memo is just, I wanted to kind of let you guys know how the transfer station thing was going. So, we got the grant and we've been able to hire a part-time attendant, and he's been doing really good. He's been fielding a lot of questions on green tags, as we discussed the other night. But that's the education that we're needing. Along with, I think his first day out there was the 24th of June. And we're averaging about $450 in fees
Wow,
a week that we're collecting.
wow.
So that is, we're not paying an extra $450 in fees. So I'm trying to close that gap so that, as things proceed, of course, this is the busy time. We'll get through the summer and regroup next spring and go full tilt. I did add 4 brand new signs out there with all the transfer station fee schedule. So there's no surprise if somebody shows up and has a refrigerator, that's what it costs to get rid of it.
Yeah,
So it's really going good. Of course, there's gonna be some grumblings,
yeah,
but this just is an update that this is, I'm really happy. Of course, I'd be happier if we were making $1,000 a week, but this is a really good start. And every little bit that we take in, that just means we're not paying out at the end of the month. So, please feel free to, if you get a bunch, or if anybody gets a bunch of emails that this guy's off his rocker, please feel free to get a hold of me. I'm more than happy to sit down with the resident and explain why. And not this week, but next week, there's gonna be a small blurb in the paper. I'm trying to get it out, and Deanne sent me some questions. I answered them. So she can get that out there and say, this is some of the reasonings we're doing this. This is how we're able to financially do it with some of the grants. So it just more of a good opportunity to have a real quick conversation about it. So.
definitely some grumbling. I'm hearing a lot of grumbles. I don't know if you are, but
Yeah,
oh yeah, I think a lot of like contractors. I don't know if you've had a chance to sit down with some of them. I'm hearing grumbles there. What's the funniest grumble, honestly, is people being like, I live here, I don't wanna show my tag. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
Well, but with Luca, because Luca, our attendant, he does not know the whole,
Totally,
I don't know the whole town.
totally.
So it's a very fast, hey, he's got a green tag, he's a resident. He doesn't have to, hey, where are you from?
Yeah,
Go down another conversation, and then that's when we really start getting the hate mail. So
having the tag speeds it up too.
it
Yeah,
does,
yeah.
it does.
yeah. I mean, I think it's still keep going. I definitely hear grumbling, so. What are you gonna do?
Anytime you make a little change,
Yeah.
you're gonna hear it, so it is what it is. Okay.
I
That's
bet you
kind of,
Wyatt Earp heard grumblings when he said, no guns in town. This is what happens when you enforce things and have actual measures in place. This is great. John, congratulations. We're making money. I like it.
yep. Okay, on to the next one. This one's kind of big. This is the current on-call policy. So I'm not gonna read this word for word. I'm kind of just gonna go through it to give you what I'm looking at and what I'm trying to change a little bit. And this is definitely bleed over from my previous employer. We run a schedule. It was from Wednesday to Wednesday. It
worked really good as far as communication. We purposely put it in the middle of the week, not at the end or beginning of the week. So right now, since I've been here, I carry the phone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all day, all night, until Thursday night at 5 o'clock, and then whoever is on call, hand it to them, they have it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The good news is, the call volume up here is much different than other places.
Mm.
So, you know, it very seldom rings, so one of some of this proposal is very centered towards me. So I don't get burned out.
Mhm.
And I didn't really want to put that in the memo. And I will carry the phone Monday through Thursday throughout the 10-hour shift. Because that's when a lot of contractors call, vendors call, and it's all directed to me. The employee is not gonna have any clue how to answer or anything. So in doing this, the way we had it scheduled in Montrose was when you held it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you got 1 hour of compensation just for holding the phone.
Mhm.
Because it is a direct disruption to your life. And that means you have to stay within self-service.
Mhm.
So you're really confined. So, and then on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, it's 2 hours because it's a weekend and you really are at that point. That's why it's 2 hours of compensation. You really are stuck.
Mhm.
So this change would be moving away from our current structure and moving to a Wednesday to Wednesday schedule. And again, Public Works Director holds the phone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday throughout that shift, hands it off to the employee at night, and you just work with it. Probably the biggest one for this is there is a budget impact,
Mhm.
and that's gonna be around $6,000. So, of course, we did not budget for this because last year I was drinking through a fire hose. And this is one of many things that I wanted to get done before this fall, and, but it is a budget impact.
Mhm.
The thing is, with the budget impact is this is directed out of our overtime GL line item. Right now, and here we are in July, and we've used only about 25% of that. So that means we're doing our job because we're not having to do all this overtime.
Mm.
So for this year, it would be, for the rest of the year, it would be covered. And that 6,000 is not just the rest of this year. It would only be about, let's just say half of that
Okay, so
budgetary impact
yeah, you'd say like 6,000 for a whole.
for a whole year.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just to put some recent years into context, 2024 spent out just over 14,000 in public works overtime budget. 2023 was a higher year and we were at 22,000, but does seem that it's not out of the question to ask that 20,000, thinking into the future to absorb that extra 6,000.
And when we start getting into budget, you know, I hope we have a good winter, because that's where most of this overtime is going. And so do I look at maybe raising that from 20 to 22? And just allow a little bit of a cushion.
Mhm.
But I just wanted to be very, very visible with you that there is a budgetary impact here.
So the current line item is 20,000?
Correct.
Okay,
Mhm.
and sorry, and then so this would be 26,000 and we've total if we raise. Like next year we would put 26 potentially.
Maybe a little bit
Or-
less.
I would go
Okay.
less.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would go, let's shoot from the hip and go 22.
Yeah, because we at least have a recent history of not maxing out that
Yeah.
20,000.
yeah,
So I think it would be safe to budget less.
So
and you're saying we hope for a hard winter, cause that's when most of the issues come up, or
Well, yeah, because
pipes?
in the winter time, typically if we have to call a red alert, we start
Oh.
at 3 in the morning.
Right, red alerts.
So we're out early and a lot of the guys, they will work till 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
And that is all judged on, well, do we have another storm coming the next day or are we good? All these factors that I gotta play with and be aware of,
mhm,
but, and I just hope that we get lots of snow.
yeah,
So anyway, I just kind of wanted to present this and be upfront about, it is a budgetary impact. The guys, this gives them a little bit more ownership within the job. And it also gives them a little bit more money in the pocket.
mhm,
So I think that to me is a win-win as far as I'm concerned, having, it's not a huge amount that they get within a year's time period, but it's sure better than holding the phone and not getting anything from it.
mhm.
So kind of just wanted to get your opinions and what you think, and if we could move this forward to a regular trustee meeting for further discussions or for approval, or you tell me.
But you're still gonna do it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday until 5?
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, how does this decrease any of your?
It decreases my night,
Okay.
because
That's
at
what-
5 o'clock, I hand it to whoever's on call and they have it. So if I wanna go deal with Jim's bear problem in Durango, I can leave town.
And just another clarifying question, so the additional hours of compensation, are paid at the 1.5 overtime rate?
And that's how come that figure is 6,000.
Okay.
I just hate to see you do it every week. Because I'm afraid you get burned out.
Well, that's why I'm talking to you now, because I've been doing this for a little over a year
Yeah.
throughout the night.
But under the new way. You're still gonna do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or
Just during work hours,
just during work hours, okay,
just during work
Okay.
hours.
And then you pass it on to
Okay,
whoever.
So basically, we start at 6:30 in the morning, so whoever's on call, say. Tuesday morning, he comes in and he hands me the phone, and at 5 o'clock, I hand whoever's new on
Okay.
call the phone and they have it for the night.
okay.
And would you be part of the rotation? So every X amount of weeks, you would have the full week?
Yep,
kind of thing?
yep. Yep, I do not believe in not being part of that rotation because it proves to my employees that I'm gonna do exactly what I'm asking them to do.
Mhm.
The only difference on me is I don't collect any money. Mine is I can collect the comp time,
Okay,
so.
cause you're exempt?
Yep.
Okay,
What do you think, Jim?
not, sorry,
Yeah,
I was.
non-exempt, yeah.
Not exempt, cause you're not exempt, right, yeah.
Oh, I like this idea and I think it's anything that gives individuals a little extra coin in their pocket, makes them a little bit more invested. I think it's smart. And it spreads that time around so that no one individual feels that burden all the time. This is smart. I like it.
I'm good with it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's not like a significant budget impact, so.
I would like to just draw your attention to John's shirt that it
What's
was.
it say? I'm
Says
on
I'm
call.
on call.
And I purposely wore this today. The running joke is I had these made for my guys in Montrose one year for their Christmas gift.
Oh, that's.
And so, because, the good thing is everybody as a team say, because I don't know birthdays, anniversaries,
Yeah.
any of those important dates. We are really flexible. So, and I try and make that schedule really far out.
Mhm.
And so if somebody comes to me and says, dude, you put me on call and it's our 10th wedding anniversary, we switch.
Yeah,
It's really, we help each other out, which is really good for the team
Yeah.
part of it.
Mhm.
So,
yeah, makes sense.
cool. Go to the next one. Okay. Jim, you're missing out on show and tell.
You didn't get quizzed on what this was. I said a meter, but I needed more specifics.
Well, move it into camera frame and then I'll be able to see it.
I'll send you a photo. You'll feel part. There you go.
So one of the things, and I've been watching and kind of taking notes here and there and figuring, okay, is this a good opportunity? And so this, what I'm proposing, this big red beast is a hydrant meter. You actually put it on the side of the fire hydrant. And then that way there is control, and I'll just go through the list of who's using water,
Mm,
because we are going to get it to a point, not probably next year, but the following year, where I'm going to start tracking more water loss. And what water's produced, after we get a bunch of these meters in, we can start doing the math. Because
mhm,
then we calculate how much water we're producing in a period of time, how much water we're selling, and there's a percentage
mm,
of what is called water loss. And that percentage is unaccounted water, unaccounted funds.
mhm,
And typically a good system, if you're running 10% water loss, your system is in pretty good shape. But you need to be able to calculate all those usages. So this is one method of calculating a usage. So I get requests pretty often from CDOT. Hey, could we go down and fill up at the raw water hydrant or chip seal or whatever the case may be? It's a guess, how much they're doing. I can now keep track of what is used. To go along with that, to really dive deep, we should be charging for that water.
mm. Yeah,
Because it's our water.
totally. They're still using our infrastructure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whether it's raw, untreated, or if it's treated.
Mhm.
So this is the method how to do that. So this also, and I bought two of them. So if one is being used, I've got another one that could go on another hydrant. Then if you lift up that little tab on the top, Lindsay,
Yeah.
you'll see,
This far.
yep,
Oh, yeah,
that tells you exactly how many gallons go through it, and we can physically track that. And say somebody rents it for a month, okay? We know we get a beginning read, end read, we told the gallons, this is what you owe. The piece of papers that I gave you. So basically, this is I still have good contacts in Montrose, and they shared, and then we just redone it. So this is a fire hydrant use permit. I don't think we'll have a whole lot of issues up here. Because we only have two of them, so we can keep track of where they're at and who has them out. At this, that meter cost $1,000 between the meter and the knife valve and everything to get it set up.
Mm.
So there is a value to it. So typically what I would propose is that we do a $500 deposit fee. Because then that, they can't just, well, they're never gonna miss it. It's gonna go in the back of my truck and I'll use it in Durango to take water off of a hydrant, not get charged. So I would highly recommend doing a $500 deposit just to have it. The other thing is, and this one is for discussion for everybody here, we always done a monthly service charge fee. Now, granted, Montrose's was almost $700.
Mm,
And I just figured, you know what, 400 is a nice round number. That number can be changed higher or lower. And then again, we charge 17 cents per gallon. We can go per thousand. I would, since it's already in our ordinance, the 17 cents per gallon, I say we just keep that as is. But a good, you know, if a good example is the upcoming project with the SID. The contractor is going to have to moisture treat road base to get compaction, all that. And instead of giving away water like we have done for who knows how long, now there's a cost to it. And, you know, CDOT is my other one kind of on
yeah,
my list.
yeah,
It's playing that good neighbor sometimes with them, but if they start using a lot, it's like, well, we'll just, and you know what? These people have funds to do that, so. And even if it come to a point where, they couldn't pull water from the river for the on-4 rehab, we
yeah.
can give them one and we make them, we specify what hydrant they can pull out of them, and we'll sell them water all day long.
So the $400 per month, that's like, let's say like if CDOT, like who would that apply to? Cause, sorry, go ahead.
So let's
Yeah.
use the SID as an example.
Okay,
They come in, they're gonna need water.
yeah,
Okay, here's our method to give you water for your construction. So you give a deposit fee, and that deposit fee is refunded once they return it.
yeah,
And it will come back off their bill. But we do need to figure out that service charge, because we're really giving them a good deal.
yeah.
Because otherwise, it's either we give it for free.
Mhm.
And like I said, we can discuss that amount.
Mhm. So you think they'll have it for more than a month is kind of the
We
assumption?
used to have contractors that would do it for a year.
Oh, okay, wow. So should we get more then? Cause I assume that more contract, like if we're trying to, well, okay, then that's my other question is. Who would we require this use from and who would we exempt? Would we exempt?
So another good example is when they do the brownfield project out at Anvil,
Uh-huh,
they're gonna rent one of those and they're
Okay.
gonna get charged for every drop of water.
the contractors.
The contractors.
Yeah.
They gotta come through Public Works, fill out this form, which we made it as easy as we could.
Mhm.
And then, here you go.
Okay,
And the reason I put a knife valve on is contractors will use anything that is in the toolbox to turn on a fire hydrant.
Mhm.
And that top operation nut is brass, and it gets chewed up as soon as they put a pipe wrench on it. And so along with that meter, we will be issuing a hydrant meter, or hydrant wrench, excuse me. And then most contractors do not know how to properly operate a hydrant.
Mm.
They turn it on 2 or 3 turns, the water goes out the weeps in the bottom of the ground, and pretty soon we have issues with the hydrant.
Mhm.
So the procedure is that hydrant goes all the way on. Then that is why the knife valve that is how you control the flow going to your truck until it is filled. Other thing about contractors, that truck will get full and they will go to that fire hydrant and they will spin that sucker closed as fast as you can. And that creates water hammer, which will go in our pipes and cause main breaks.
Mm.
So there's a lot of method to my madness here. There's a lot of pieces, but that's the gist of how come that contraption looks like it does and
Yeah,
the reason for knife valve and everything.
So it'd be local contractors and contractors coming in.
Yep.
Okay. I assume the fire department would be exempt.
Yes, but I do have to get a
Yeah,
hold of the fire department, because what. That unaccounted water. Number one, they don't have time if they're.
yeah,
To put this on.
Right.
And I don't expect that. What I do expect, if they have a fire, them to give me an estimated guess, we probably blew through 100,000 gallons.
mhm,
Because then when I start going, where'd all this water go,
yeah. Yeah,
you know,
yeah, it has a purpose.
it has a purpose,
Yeah,
so. But that's down the road, talking to the fire department.
yeah, or just like, I think having, if we adopt like this policy, having who is included and who is not. Cause we went through this with the TIF, you know, when we're like, okay, we'll do a policy for the TIF. And then it was like local folks were like, well, what about us? And so just making sure we like know who we're applying it to, and it's like very equal across the board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm,
Totally.
yeah,
We go back and forth on the TIF for a while, so I don't wanna do that again.
thoughts?
Yeah.
Concerns?
I'm good with all of it.
That was my question. So do you need more than one? Like, let's say CDOT wants to use it, Sid wants to use it, Brownfields wants to use it.
Got two,
What do you need more?
not right now.
Okay,
If we see a lot of movement, a lot of growth, a lot of
mhm,
whatever may be coming in, I can make a phone call and I can have it here in about 10 days.
yeah,
So it's very accessible if we need another one. Jim, what do you think?
Well, I think you know what I think about this. Minimal investment, found revenue source, and this is a new service. I think this is great. It tracks, reports, and regulates. I like it. I like it. We're keeping folks responsible. And I think more importantly was my second point, that this is found revenue, thinking outside the box.
mhm,
And it's not a free for all. I mean, the reality is we have to start paying for these things. So it's good. I think this is great. I thought it was a great question that Lindsay had regarding the fire department. I don't know. I don't think they should be charged or anything like that. But I also know that when there is a fire and you're fighting fire, Ron knows this, especially. Obviously, it takes X amount of gallons of water. So just having a conversation and keeping everyone in the loop is probably the best practice on that one.
mhm.
I don't know what that looks like. I think that goes back to who has the telephone.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that, I mean, it's kind of, cause I assumed you would exempt the fire department
Yeah.
from this policy,
Right.
and so that's, well, then. are
No, but
they-
I do in all sincerity think it's a good question.
Yeah,
No, it's a good question, and I could
Mhm.
truthfully answer, we did not charge the fire department in Montrose.
yeah, I mean, that makes.
And they
makes
had some
sense.
doozies,
Oh, I'm sure.
and they'd come back and they say, rough estimation, 1 million gallons last night. And it's like, that's better than not having a number at all.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
And that's information that should be accessible to you.
yeah,
like you're saying, it'll be easy-ish for the fire department to be able to give that us.
I was gonna ask if off the top of your head, if there are any other entities that we would want to write exemptions for.
probably the only one I can think of that I would qualify would be, county. If for some reason something was going on, I mean, we've kind of solved that problem with the generator. If it's outside of town limits, but if something did go on in town, I would say the county.
Okay. So I wonder if maybe this would be too broad, but maybe more of like. Kind of as. On a review basis during emergency situations or,
Yeah, that would be a case by case scenario, depending on the emergency.
So I assume like fire department, any sort of firefighting services, they're, let it rip. Kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well. Yeah, this year especially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. But see that.
Well, yeah, because I mean. We want to be good neighbors with them, but at the same time. I know Clint well enough. It's like, dude, you're calling every other week for water.
Mhm.
And CDOT has the funding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's same things like the trash. It's like, people know that we're not charging even though everyone else charges, so why not ask us? Cause they can.
And even with CDOT, if they have a mill and overlay or some type of a road project, one of these days when they have to replace a bridge up the street,
Yeah.
they're gonna need water. And it's gonna be a requirement that you're buying it from us,
Mhm. Mhm.
so.
Do you have an estimate of how much we'd be able to like raise in revenue?
Well,
It's hard to say. It's just,
let's just.
beautiful minding over here, Jim.
I would probably put,
Lindsay's
No.
putting everyone on the spot.
Sorry.
I'd probably say an easy $2,000 this year.
Yeah, that's pretty solid,
It's better than not getting a penny.
for sure. Really. Already recouping the cost of the $500.
Yeah. And that's where kind of that monthly service charge
Yeah.
goes into effect, because it's like,
Mhm.
it's our equipment.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it's being used.
It's our infrastructure.
Yep.
That's like, I'm saying to people, I'm like, even if you're not using a lot of water, you should be using the infrastructure, like, that's the constant cost, so your water usage should be small, but. We're still to maintain a huge infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's wear and tear on the system. No, I think this is good.
Yeah.
And that's all I have. I was trying to make it short and sweet for everybody.
Nice,
Thank you.
yeah.
And, yeah, well, thank you.
Do you feel, are we gonna talk about, rates sometime soon? Like,
We will probably be talking rates at, Finance Committee.
Oh,
on
okay.
Monday.
cool.
And we got the first batch of meters in.
Mhm.
So once I get through Finance Committee, and I was really pushing off getting installation done till after the 4th of July, because there's too many things going on right now. And so the first batch is in, we're working with Aquahawk, they've been sending a lot of stuff to me. There's some stuff we gotta fill out as far as accounts, and it's been going back and forth with them, because one of their things is like, old meter number, old read. No, we don't need that. The meters that are in the system now are so far gone, it's a waste of staff time
Mhm.
to write that stuff down. Because basically, we're just starting from zero with a new read, zero, when that meter goes in, so.
Great. Probably fun for everyone.
I just want my meter.
You can't give him priority just because he's on the board.
Just want my meter.
All right, well, that's no more questions. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, and we'll keep moving forward with these three.
Sounds good.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
He sent me those photos of the bear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
this is crazy.
Right in the garage. Yeah.
You're kidding.
Jim, I'm gonna send one of you, I was sitting on my deck
That's that.
and
Station right there.
he decided to come right by and give me a good,
Like we have.
shot.
Shed.
Really? Oh, I want to see it.
Yeah. 'Cause we have-
And then I will also send you a video
Yeah.
of him yesterday
No.
morning
Never seen that before.
Yeah.
on my deck.
Wow.
Were you home when the bear hit your place, Jim?
While the kids and I were actually, this is next door at my folks' house. And we were just walking back to the house when we heard some sort of commotion and we weren't sure what it was. So we just kept walking in the dark with our little flashlights on our cell phones, not knowing what was going on over there. And we got inside and within 10, 15 minutes, we were like, holy smokes. Then we saw the La Plata County Sheriff's Office come, and then Department of Wildlife came and dropped off that trailer trap